Hi guys and welcome to today's video. Today I'll be trying out the BarryM All Night Long Primer Stick Foundation Stick and the All Night Long Concealer. I haven't actually heard a lot about this foundation stick or the primer or the concealer. I feel like BarryM is probably not a go-to for makeup for a lot of people. I might be completely wrong, but I feel like their niche is within nail polishes and a lot of people do gravitate towards them for nail polishes rather than makeup. I might be completely wrong, but that's just how I kind of perceive BarryM. So I picked up one primer stick, one foundation stick and one concealer. I'm not gonna lie to you guys right now, I have got a very busy day. I have only just enough time to film this review, but I will try to be as thorough as I can, including as much detail as I can. Any updates and things like that I'll pop down in the description bar. Any questions you've got for me, I'll happily answer them. I will be testing this off camera once more to see if I like it with different foundations, different primers, etc. So yeah, let's go put it on my face. So as far as the primers go, there are two primer sticks. There's an All Night Long Primer Anti-Redness Stick and an All Night Long Primer Original Stick, which is the one I've got today. The foundation sticks come in 8 shades. It would be nice if the shade range was a bit bigger, especially because I couldn't find my shade very well, and I feel like I can always find my shade in foundation in drugstores. And just like the primer sticks, the foundation sticks retail for £6.99 as well. The concealers come in 6 shades and they retail for £4.49, so it's a really good price. It's not the best shade range like I said earlier, but you have got 2 deeper shades, 2 lighter shades and kind of 2 in-between shades, so it's not horrific, but it's not the best I've ever seen. I decided to get milk because cashew and oatmeal were actually far too deep for me, especially under the eyes and around the face, so I have got milk in the foundation and the concealer. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply the primer stick on one side of my face. I feel like if I apply it on one side I can see how the foundation works on both sides and how well they work together. So I'm just going to pat this in with my e.l.f. buffing brush, and it is quite silicone-y to the touch, so I feel like my pores should look a little bit smaller and everything should glide on quite nicely because it does feel very silicone-y and quite waxy almost. Then with the foundation stick I'm doing exactly the same as I did with the primer, just streaking on a couple of stripes apart from doing it all over my face. And then I just started buffing it in or patting it in with my e.l.f. buffing brush, and I did find this quite difficult to blend out, and it's kind of quite patchy, but I was blending in with the Real Technique sponge as well to kind of try and even out the texture a little bit, and I just added a little bit more as well. But my immediate thoughts is I don't really like this foundation just because it's a little bit patchy, it's just a little bit dry looking, it's not my colour, it's just far too pale as you can see. Typically I wouldn't mind if a foundation was a bit drying, but it didn't offer the full coverage or any coverage really to make me want to make this work, so I was a little bit disappointed in first impressions, but I felt like the primer did not help whatsoever. It kind of made it worse in some respects. So yeah, so far I'm not really that impressed. So putting on the concealer, I noticed that it was very creamy and very pigmented. Perhaps I put on a little bit too much because my eyes were very pale, and I should have probably focused this on the inner corners, so perhaps I should have gone for one shade up after all. I blended this out with my Real Techniques blending sponge and just went over the areas that I thought needed a little bit more coverage on my face. But it was very pale, and I didn't hate it first off, it just looks a little bit dry, but I don't know if that's because of the foundation and the primer, because my whole face kind of looked very dry and cakey. So yeah, it kind of looks a little bit dry at the moment, so we'll see how it wears. Okay, so I'm back with a little bit more makeup on and I am looking pale. Like, look at my eyes, look how pale I look. I've tried to bronze up as much as I can. I think I'm going to have to add more bronzer because I just look so pale, especially under my eyes. It's just not looking great. Maybe some like banana powder will do it, but I don't really want to add any more powder because it just looks quite dry. It's just not my favourite at the moment. I just feel quite dry and I look kind of gross, so I'm not feeling it. I'm going to wear this all day and I'll be back in about 7 to 8 hours to show you what it looks like then, but I don't hold out much hope because I'm not loving how it's looking so far, I'll be honest. Guys, this foundation is absolutely horrific. Absolutely horrific. I don't know if you can even see on this camera, but it's like coming off my nose. On my skin it looks awful, ignore my lipstick because I haven't topped up, but it just looks absolutely horrific. I don't know if oily skin people would find this helpful, but how many hours am I in now? I'm 6 hours in. It's 2 o'clock. This looks horrendous. This looks horrendous. You guys, I'm back and I hate this foundation. I absolutely hate it. I think it just looks so dry. Hang on, I'm trying to pick it up. It just looks so dry and cakey, and I've been sweating and it still looks dry. If it looks good on my skin, it's because it's not there anymore. I'm just not a massive fan of this foundation. It's been on approximately for 11 hours now. I'm not feeling it. I have dry skin, as you well know, so I wouldn't recommend this for dry skin. However, if you did have oily skin, maybe this would be better for you. However, I've been sweating and it's just like coming off all of my nose, around my mouth. It's just not a great foundation, you guys. I will try out this concealer with another foundation, but I didn't like this either. I thought it was very drying underneath my eyes and very hard to blend out. Okay, so side note, I actually like this concealer more than I thought, and I think the foundation and the primer made it more drying than it actually was. I've tried this out with another foundation that I know that works, and it's far, far better. I do need to go get a shade upwards though, because it is a little bit too pale for me right now, but it does work. I do actually really like this. It's very full coverage. Less is more with this concealer, so I wouldn't poo-poo this one out right now. But the foundation and the primer are a no for me at the moment still. And that's another thing I'd like to mention with these foundation sticks, is it was so hard to blend it out. I almost just couldn't be arsed. Like, I just didn't want to do it anymore because I was like brushing it in with a foundation brush and I was trying to like blend it in with a sponge and it just wasn't really working. I'm not a fan. I will try them again, but first impressions, I kind of know whether I like a foundation or not in the first day, so I'm not a fan, unfortunately. I know this has been a really quick video today, but I just wanted to do this really quickly to give my first impressions on it, because it's been out for ages, so I didn't want to make it a very long, extended video for no reason. There's your answer. I don't really like it very much. I don't think it's very nice on the skin. I think you can put your money elsewhere, into another drugstore foundation. There's many out there that are really, really beautiful. If you're Matte, the Maybelline 24-hour stay, like one of them, I'll pop it up on the screen here for you. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Go invest your money in that. I think it's like £2 or £3 more, and it's far, far more worth it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching today's video. Sorry that it's a bit of a rushed exit, but I have to be somewhere in about 10 minutes and I need to redo my face because I look ugly. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Hit the thumbs up button if you have enjoyed today's video, because I know that you like foundation reviews. You know, hit the subscribe button down below if you haven't already, and hit the bell so you can see all of my videos when I upload them. Thank you guys once again, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!